everybody. Hope everyone is well on this Saturday. Thanks for joining me. We're here for another episode of Fighting Fantasy. If you have no idea what to expect from the stream today, there is going to be adventure, there's going to be choices, there's going to be monsters, there's going to be dice rolling, there's going to be treasure, and my favourite thing, there's going to be death. Excellent. So if you like all of that kind of stuff, then stick around. I think you're really going to enjoy the show today. So what is Fighting Fantasy? Well, this season we're playing Eye of the Dragon. This is episode 10 of a 12 episode season.
Another happy little bush.
Oh, Colleen's here. Welcome, Colleen. Hope you're well today. So this is episode 10 of a 12 episode season. So we are nearing the end, but we are continuing with our run of Eye of the Dragon. Eye of the Dragon is a choose your own adventure game book. And this is my modified version. So I have a new adventurer on every week. As you know, if you're not new here, if you've seen this all before, you know I have a new adventurer every week. That adventurer is going to go through and make some choices and roll some dice and hopefully find the Eye of the Dragon. So far, no one has found the Eye of the Dragon, and people have had their adventure end in some really, really cool ways. I think last week was probably the coolest ending of them all so far. Can someone please let me know, Colleen, if you're the only one here, can you please let me know, are the sound levels okay this week? I was not happy with the sound levels at all last week. So, Aquasulis, I hope that I've pronounced that right. Welcome in. I'm just explaining what you can expect from today's adventure. So far everyone has died, so I'm very, very pleased with that, and that means that no one has won so far. Let's see if anyone can win, shall we? Do we think anyone can win this season? Now, this is my modified version of the Fighting Fantasy game books, so traditionally these are meant to be played by yourself, reading in your room by yourself, but I love to play them with other people. So we've added in a few extra things. We have the ability for save points, and that means that the adventurer can come back. If they die, they can come back and start at a save point, and that just means that the adventure keeps rolling, doesn't get boring for me or for them or for the audience. The adventure keeps going. Talking about dying, the adventurer will have 2 lives, so 2 chances to go through the adventure and complete it. And so far no one's won, no one has completed it. To win this season, the adventurer will need to complete the adventure, find the Eye of the Dragon and survive. Hello there, friend. Hello there, Justice Pirate. Welcome in. To win this season, they'll need to complete the adventure and find the Eye of the Dragon and survive, and do it in the quickest time. And they can win a really cool prize, which I'll come on to in just a few minutes. Just a few shout outs before we start. Firstly, thank you to Ian Livingston for creating this amazing book. I know he says it's not one of his best, it's not considered one of his best, but I am bloody loving it. I think this could be one of my favourites. It's really, for me, it's up there with Death Trap Dungeon. So thank you to Ian for creating this book and for also providing the prize for this season and sending that to me so I can... it's neatly tucked away on my bookshelf. I was going to say so that I can pass that on to a winner, but it's neatly tucked away on my bookshelf. No one's getting it. It's mine. And also, thank you to Sirenscape. So if you can see just down here, there's a little credit for Sirenscape. They are providing all of the ambient music and sounds that you'll hear throughout the show and throughout all of my other Fighting Fantasy shows. If you are like me and you play RPGs and you love a bit of ambient music and sound effects, go and grab yourself a 30-day free trial at sirenscape.com. Can someone please just confirm, are the sound levels okay today? Is the music a little loud, or is it all good? Now, on to the guest. Oh, I've got some puns for this one. Today's guest is a real fun guy, and I'm really glad that we could squeeze him in because there wasn't mushroom on the schedule this season. Has anyone got any guesses? Who could it be? Who could it be? Let's meet the guest. It's Cabbage!
Hi.
Hi, Nervous Cabbage.
I was trying to think of a mushroom joke to squeeze in at the end, but you used them all.
I used them all.
There are none left.
There are none left. So if no one understands why the heck there was mushroom puns when you were a Nervous Cabbage, it's because when you first went through Death Trap Dungeon, one of your temptations was some bin mushrooms, and that was your demise.
Who wouldn't be tempted by them? So they were so fresh. They were just there, just right for the taking.
Fresh on the bins.
Who's gonna leave bad mushrooms around a place called Death Trap Dungeon? They're obviously gonna be lovely and fresh.
Lovely and fresh. And then obviously Forest of Doom was full of mushrooms, which were, I don't think you partook. I don't think you partook of the mushrooms.
No, I don't think I was tempted. I was too busy. There was something to do with a hammer for Gillibrand. I was on a task, and then I think I completely forgot about that again halfway through. And someone asked me to do something else, and then it was like a destroyed mana, and then I can't remember much more about that. No. Then I think I went back to the start in shame. Like I got to the town at the end, and they were like, "Did you bring the hammer?"
Yeah, I think I shamed you out of Stonebridge, didn't I?
Yeah, I've got my certificate somewhere that I got shamed out.
You got shamed out.
I think I got booed out.
You did, yeah. A lot of people got booed out. A lot of people got booed out of Stonebridge, and that was really good fun.
With that woman with the bell, just like following you all the way back to the start, just shaming you.
Shame. Now, Aquasulis says, I recently tried Crystal of Storms with my son, and that was a fun one. You know what? I have Crystal of Storms. I've tried it. I think we possibly are going to do that on the show at some point, or it may be like a special that I do by myself, because that was written by Rhiannon Pratchett, so I'm excited for that.
I'd quite like to see you do the Death Trap Dungeon, the one that's narrated by Ian Livingston.
Yes.
You can get on. It would be like you facing your arch nemesis at like the end. Can you even make it through?
I probably can't make it through. I think I remember where most stuff is, but remembering the sequence that I need at the end.
Yeah, but it's like when you play the game again and say, you remember, I've got to take one of these gems. It's either the left or the right, but I don't remember which one it is.
Oh God, yeah, I don't remember either.
I know you've got to take one of them.
I know you've got to take one.
That doesn't help the situation.
No, maybe I'll do that. Maybe when we are on a season break, maybe I'll go through and play that and see if I can beat Death Trap Dungeon. But yes, so we need to speedrun today because you've got to be at work at 4:30 and it's now 1:10. So we need to speedrun today.
I feel confident.
You feel confident. Please let me. Well, first off, introduce yourself. You haven't told anyone who you are. I'm going to give you a shout out.
Okay, I'm Nervous Cabbage. I sometimes do things. I work most of the time. I've just started doing a new thing called Epic Rap Battles of Twitch, which was the first one yesterday, where I upload a couple of duets to Smool, and then other people have to finish them from the Epic Rap Battle of History series.
Oh, okay.
And it was a lot of fun. There was actually quite a few people joined. I was very tired. I was very tired and hungry at the end.
I'm absolutely rubbish at those. But I hope that you got that. I know you were asking people to submit them to win a free sub to your channel. Yeah. So I hope you got some good entries.
Someone won, and it was actually someone who had their Twitch linked to their Smool, but I didn't know who they were. Oh. So it was in turn just like a random person.
Well, that's okay. They could end up being your next big follower, big subscriber. They could. Okay, so who are you playing today?
Bigfollows.com.
You're playing Kimchi, I think?
I'm playing Kimchi. I think I've just lurked out of the shadows. I think I'm more like a hunchback of Notre Dame. I've just kind of crawled out of like a crack in the castle somewhere. It's like, okay, I'll give this a shot.
Sure. Nice.
I've seen many people fail trying to go through it.
I'm gonna have my go.
It's my time to shine.
Nice. Okay, let's see.
So I climbed out of the corpses of everybody else.
Climbed out of the corpses. Well, I hope you've gained a bit of knowledge from them at least. Let's see.
We'll find out.
Shall we see what stats you're starting with?
Okay.
Okay, so roll 1 die for me and add 6.
4.
Okay, so that's a skill of 10.
That's okay.
Okay.
I've had worse.
You've had worse. And then roll both dice and add 12 for me. We'll see what stamina you're starting with.
Math.
What did you roll?
19.
You got? Oh, okay.
19.
Lovely. And your luck is just 1 die and add 6 again.
Okay. 11.
11, not bad. Okay, so you've got a skills, that's how skilled you are with your weapon. Weapon skill is 10, stamina is 9, luck is 11. That's pretty damn good. Yep. Everyone's been really lucky this season. Okay, so people will notice a couple of things on the screen. They'll notice that Kimchi has 2 lives underneath there. that's 2 attempts to go through the adventure. The audience can grant the adventurer a bonus life by donating £10. We've got a bonus life for the adventurer donor goal up there. There will be a link that comes up periodically throughout, and if you want to donate £10, I will give Kimchi a bonus life. You'll also notice there's a timer.
I'm just gonna bankrupt myself getting through this.
That's fine. There's also a timer. We're going to be timing the runs. This will keep track of the save points as well. And should Nervous Cabbage make it to the end and be successful, that's the time that will go onto the leaderboard to may or may not be beaten. And I'll start that timer once Kimchi makes their first decision. Okay, back to work time. No worries, Aquasulis. Thank you so much for popping by and dropping that follow. Have a great day at work. Okay, shall we find out how Kimchi came to be on this adventure for the Eye of the Dragon?
Okay. I'm interested to know myself.
You're interested to know? Okay. Let us see, shall we? Cool. If you're ready, I'm ready. Like any seasoned adventurer, you are always interested to hear rumours about gold, diamonds, and hidden treasure. Unfortunately, you've been down on your luck recently. You've been squirreled away in that dungeon, buried by a load of dead bodies, and you've just snuck out for the night.
I keep trying to get out, and another one just like falls on top of me.
Well,
again.
You finally managed to crawl out and make it to the Blue Pig Tavern. You've been down on your luck recently. You're struggling to earn a few copper pieces needed for your food and lodgings. Vicki can talk today. You're hoping that your luck will soon change. 2 days ago, you crawled out of Death Trap Dungeon, and you arrived in the town of Fang. The next challenge is taking place next month, and the town is already buzzing with excitement. You're staying in the damp attic of the Blue Pig Tavern, sharing your room with other travellers and wretches who've fallen on hard times. And so you always sleep with your sword under your pillow. One night a stranger enters the room and slumps down on the bed opposite you. Lit by the pale moonlight coming through a single window, you see that he is a tall, thick-set man dressed in dark robes that hide all but his eyes. The amount of dirt and dust on his clothes show that he has travelled far. You're intrigued by the stranger and you offer him a drink from your flask, which he accepts with a grin.
Am I offering a drink to a man who was watching me sleep?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, friend.
Hi, friend. Want a drink?
That's, you out-weird him. That's how you do it.
Mm-hmm, yes. You give him the old stink eye as you do it.
Yep.
He introduces himself as Henry Delacour, and he tells you of his recent adventures and how he almost lost his life in search of a legendary item of treasure. Naturally, you're excited to hear about the treasure, and you offer him another drink in the hopes of gaining some more information.
Naturally, I'm excited to hear the adventure of the man who's just watching me sleep. It's going to offer, come on this adventure with me, okay?
Yeah, please,
sure, there's nothing
treasure. This treasure, and you're like, oh, this could really change my life. He goes on to tell you of his 5-year search for a meter-high solid gold dragon with jeweled eyes, and he describes in detail how he finally found the underground labyrinth that led to the golden dragon. He tells you of the monsters he killed in the labyrinth to reach that dragon, and how he even entered the room in which it had been hidden for years. He smiles as he recalls the pleasure of first sighting the dragon, but tells of how angry he became when he noticed that the jeweled eyes were missing. He'd been told that without the eyes, the dragon could not be touched, as to do so would mean instant death. He was not sure if this was true or not, but he did not dare find out for himself. He left the room without touching the dragon, and began to search the labyrinth in the hopes of finding the 2 emerald eyes. The search almost cost him his life when he entered a cave and was attacked by a 2-headed troll some 3 meters tall. Having survived that battle, he decided to give up his quest, as gold was of no use to a dead man. You tell him that you're an adventurer like himself, and that you would dearly like to finish his quest. I mean, you've got nothing better to do, right?
Not really.
You ask him to tell you where the labyrinth is located.
I'm awake now.
Might as well go on an adventure, eh?
Might as well get up.
He replies that he will tell you where the labyrinth is located on one condition, that if you find the gold dragon, you'll bring it back to him and share the spoils from its sale.
Sure, of course I will bring the stuff back to you if I find it. You stay here and I'll definitely come back.
Well, in that case, you won't mind drinking this, he says gleefully, holding out a small glass bottle of purple liquid. You ask him what it is, and he tells you that it's a slow-acting poison, and unless you return to him for the antidote within 14 days, you're going to die. You snatch the bottle from him, stare at him coldly, and you drink the liquid down in one gulp.
He's just told me that it's poison, so I'm not that keen on drinking it. He asked if I'd mind, and I kind of do a little bit, but I guess I was just that eager.
You literally haven't got anything else to lose. You're like, I've spent weeks piled underneath dead bodies. How much worse can this get?
Well, to be fair, I offered him a drink, and he didn't question me what it was, so I shouldn't question him.
Sure.
You know, we're buddies now.
Buddies. All right, yeah, sure. You drink it down in one gulp, and then he produces a map that shows the way through Darkwood Forest to a woodcutter's hut. Inside there are stairs leading down from a trapdoor to an underground labyrinth. At that point, the map ends, although he warned you that the passageways are inhabited by violent, evil people and fearsome creatures. He then lies down on his bed and goes to sleep exhausted, and you try to sleep yourself but are restless and can think only about the dangerous adventure that awaits you. In the morning, the mysterious stranger hands you a small leather pouch. Inside, you find a large emerald cut into the shape of an eye. I found one. I hope you can find the other. Here, take it. You'll fail without it. I will wait here for you, but you must remember 2 things. 1, you have 14 days to return and no more. 2, you must find the matching emerald to the one that I gave you and place both in the eye sockets before you touch the dragon, he says very seriously. Before setting off for Darkwood Forest, you fill your backpack with provisions. You have 10 provisions, you can eat them at any time as long as you're not in battle, and they will restore 4 stamina each. You put the leather pouch and 10 gold pieces in your pocket, and you say goodbye to Henry Delacour. Good luck, he says. You'll need it. And then the huge balding man shakes your hand and doesn't so much shake it as crush it, his icy blue eyes staring out from his chubby face, watching you carefully. Although he is smiling, there's something in his eyes that makes you feel uncomfortable and unwilling to trust him, but it's too late now. You set off, and you look back only once to see him leaning against the doorway of the Blue Pig Tavern. Is there a golden dragon? Are you being slowly poisoned? And what is it about Henry Delacour that makes you feel so ill at ease? No doubt all of these questions will be answered in the coming days.
No matter what the questions, it seems like I'm down with it.
Sure.
I'm fine.
Well, you've been poisoned now. You've got no choice.
Or have I?
Or have you?
Who knows? Or have I? Or haven't
Could
I?
be a placebo.
That Henry Delacour. He sounds like a southern gentleman.
Southern gentleman. Right, let's travel, shall we? I'm going to start the timer when you make your first decision.
Okay.
The 3-day trek across the pagan plains to Darkwood Forest is exhausting. It passes without incident apart from an attack by 2 wild dogs that you quickly dispatch with your sword. The most memorable sight of the journey is the view to the east of Firetop Mountain, with its distinctive red peak rising sharply up into the sky. You pass by the dwarven village of Stonebridge, and you're like, oh, got booed out of there.
Give them a wave.
Hi.
I give them a wave, they don't wave back. They give me the stink eye.
Yeah.
All the farmers slowly stop with their tools and just stop what they're doing.
Boo.
Someone, yes, you just hear one boo in the distance. Someone going get out of here.
Get out of here.
Just keep walking.
You cross Red River and you finally enter Darkwood Forest. You follow the map through the foreboding forest and finally arrive at the woodcutter's hut nearly 5 days after leaving Henry Delacour at the Blue Pig Tavern. Despite feeling tired and hungry, seeing the woodcutter's hut is a real boost to your spirits. The small hut is made of oak and the front door is wide open. You poke your head through the doorway and you shout, "Hello!" in the hopes of seeing the woodcutter, but the piles of dirt and debris on the floor tell you he is long gone. In the far corner of the hut, you see a wood-burning stove, and underneath a dirty rug, you discover a trapdoor. You lift it up, and you see wooden steps leading down into the gloom. Do you want to search the hut or descend the stairs?
We're going to search the hut. It's not going to be that dangerous. I know these books aren't that brutal in the first choice. We're going to search the hut.
Okay, 311, which you can write down if you want to.
Yeah, I'm going to crudely draw my map as usual.
You go for it. You open drawers and you look in cupboards, but find little more than broken crockery and general mess.
Oh, lovely.
You walk over to a pile of logs by the stove. Behind the logs you find a large axe with a broken handle. There's a strange inscription etched into the axe head that has no meaning to you. Intrigued, you put the axe head in your backpack, hoping it may be of use to you later. You walk over to the trapdoor and walk down the stairs to page 69.
Nice.
I have remembered that I haven't actually told anyone what the prize is for this season, but it's a signed limited edition copy of The Eye of the Dragon, which I'm sure you will want.
It's a personal visit to your house from the Baron.
Of course. I can arrange that. The stairs lead down to a gloomy, stone-walled corridor that is lit by a few flickering torches. In the dim light, you can see that there's a thick slime dripping down the walls. There's an unpleasant stench in the air, and you hear scampering. And look down to see rats running across the muddy floor. Ahead, the corridor soon splits at a junction. Would you like to go left or right?
I like how the only information I've got is we're in a slimy corridor.
Yeah, with rats.
Which way is the slimiest? Left.
Okay.
Normally, yeah, left. Let's go left.
186 to take the slimiest corridor. After turning to the left, you turn sharply right. And the corridor soon ends at a large oak door with ornate iron hinges. The door is firmly shut. Would you like to try to force it open or save your energy and return to the last junction?
I feel like this is a bad idea, but we're going to try and open the door.
Okay, 389 to try and open the door. You take a step back before charging at the door. Roll 2 dice.
Okay. I wasn't expecting that, but... Okay, I got a 6.
Okay, that is less than your skill score. And the door flies open, leading to page 26. The door opens into a cold room which is empty except for a large mirror hanging on the wall. There's another door opposite. Would you like to look in the mirror or walk past it and open the door opposite?
If this was real life, I would not look in the mirror, so we're going to stick to what real me would do. And we're going to throw like a towel over the mirror.
What would Kimchi do though?
He would not look in the mirror.
Walk past
Definitely
it and
not.
open the door.
Hey,
again.
it's a big creepy mirror in the corner of the room. Do you want to go stare into it? No.
No.
That's where ghosts come from.
243 to ignore the mirror. The door opens into another dimly lit stone-walled passageway which ends at a doorway. The door is not locked and you enter a small circular room with a shallow pool at its centre.
Sounds lovely. Like a spa.
Yeah, sort of.
Like a Turkish bath. Lovely.
Like a Turkish bath.
It's lovely.
A ledge around
What a
the
surprise.
pool allows you to walk to the closed door opposite, but at the bottom of the Turkish bath lie several gold coins. Do you want to throw one of your gold coins into the pool and make a wish, or walk around to the far door?
I'm going to make a wish.
Make a
I've
wish.
got plenty of gold. Where am I going to spend my gold? Down here.
I don't know.
I'm going to make a wish.
Page 15 to make a wish. You make a wish, but nothing happens. This is not a wishing pool. Do you wish to reach into the pool to collect some of the gold coins and retrieve the gold piece that you tossed in? Or do you want to walk directly to the door opposite?
Let's just leave.
Just leave.
Let's just leave.
322. The door opens back onto a passageway, and after walking along it for a few minutes, you see another door in the left-hand wall. There's a small window in the door that looks into a candlelit room in which you see that a woman sits on a bench with her back to you. You knock on the door, but she does not stand up. Do you wish to enter the room or continue walking up the corridor?
This is one of those catch-22. She's either going to be a prisoner and be thankful, or she's going to claw my face off. Is there a picture of the woman in the book?
There's not. No.
Because I can give you a lot of information. Because if she looked like sad, then let's see what's up. Let's talk. We've got to speak to someone. We can't be. We've just got out of Death Tap Dungeon.
Okay.
We're desperate for
Connection.
just conversation.
Yeah.
Connection. She could be the one.
Why is it the last few adventurers have come in here looking for something? Misty X came in looking for a companion. Becca came in looking for love, I guess. You're just looking for...
I'm just desperate for a chat. Just after all, I've been talking to dead bodies for 15 years. They're not really like the conversational type.
Okay, 158 then. We're gonna go in.
This is a bad idea.
You say hello to the old woman, and yet she still does not turn around to look at you. You decide to walk up to her and tap her on the shoulder. Suddenly she spins around, her eyes wide open with glee, and an evil, hysterical laugh erupts from her mouth. Close up, you notice that she has tiny snakes in her hair and realise in horror that she must be a Medusa. You try to avoid her staring eyes by looking away. As you know, her gaze is deadly. Roll 2 dice.
I rolled 3.
Okay, that's fine. It's less than your skill score. You managed to avoid her stare. Are you carrying a piece of broken mirror? Or would you like to turn and try and run out of the room?
I guess there's only one real option there.
You've got to run.
Yep.
281. Another door appears in the right-hand wall of the passageway. It's made of dark oak and is standing half open. So that was kind of okay. You managed to avoid her stare and run away.
We just ran out. She wasn't the one.
She's not the one.
Like, it wasn't her.
No. So now there's another dark oak door standing open.
It's like we're playing. What was that game show called with Cilla Black?
Blind date.
Blind date. And now there's another door. Who could be behind here?
Do you want to enter the room or keep on walking?
Sure, I'm looking for love. We're gonna search every room.
Oh my god, this is great. Wow, page 6 to enter. Oh, here we go. You enter a small room which is completely empty except for a playing card lying on the floor. It's of the Queen of Spades, and it looks slightly unusual in the fact that the Queen has a very wide grin on her face. She's very, very happy to see you. She's also looking for love. She's like, oh, could this be a match?
Yeah, but this has Baron written all over it.
Do you want to pick up the card or leave the room?
I'm leaving. This has Baron written all over it.
Disappointing. This is one of my favourite bits, but you're going to leave the room, page 112.
Is it one of your favourite bits because somebody dies?
No, she's just. I think she could have been a great match for Kimchi.
I've been in the Baron's labyrinth for too long.
She's been stuck in a card for too long. It could have been perfect.
It could have been, but I decided I wasn't the one for them.
Unlucky.
They were too eager.
Unlucky.
That big smile is
Do you like ladies with big smiles? Not really.
Oh, it's not one of these with it. It's it. Move along.
Further up the passageway, you see another door in the right-hand wall. You listen at the door and you hear scratching sounds coming from the other side. Do you like a scratcher?
I feel like after the first 2 disappointments, we should just give this one a miss completely. But I'm intrigued.
Do you want to enter the door or carry on walking up the passageway?
Something's definitely going to attack me, but we're going to go in.
You're going to go in, page 79. Yep. Okay.
Watch the woman on the card go. Don't go in next door, though.
You enter a disused kitchen. Oh, gosh. Work.
This work.
Dirty cupboards crammed full with broken boxes, old buckets, cracked bowls, and dented cooking utensils. It's your worst nightmare, isn't it, really? A table with one leg missing lies upturned next to a pile of rotten potatoes. 3 giant rats are gnawing on some old leather boots in the far corner, and they do not seem to notice you. Would you like to leave the kitchen before you're seen? Or fight the giant rats?
How giant is giant?
They're as big as a table.
Okay, we'll leave.
They're very big.
They're very clearly very interested in those boots.
336.
We'll leave.
336. We're speed running. We've not got time to deal with rats.
But then, like, oh, the dragon's eye is in one of the boots after you killed the rat. Like, this is the trouble.
This is the trouble. You soon arrive at a formidable-looking iron door in the left-hand wall. Do you want to open it or walk on?
What's
behind door number 3?
There's a lot of doors in this place.
Aye.
Imagine if you were the person hired to build all these doors. Do you think you're set for life after this job?
They're all different though. They're not all made from the same wood, and they haven't all got the same hinges. Like, this is an iron door.
Is this like a
national
national competition of who can build the best door?
Yeah.
And in number 4, it is iron door. We'll go in the iron door.
You're the lucky judge. There you go. Unbeknownst to you. Go in. You're going to open the door. 293.
Once again, my map already looks crazy.
The door opens into a small room. As you walk in, the door slams shut. Behind you stands an ugly brown-skinned creature, about 1.5 meters tall, who's dressed in animal skins. It is a goblin, armed with 2 daggers, and he's intent on slaying you for your treasure. He's got a skill.
I don't have any.
Try telling him that. He doesn't understand. He's got a skill of 5 and a stamina of 5. So we are heading into battle. Oh, I haven't asked you to choose my dice. Are we going with purple fighting fantasy dice or the classics?
We'll go with the purple dice.
Purple dice. Okay. Roll both dice and add your skill.
Okay.
I got a 12.
I got a 19.
Nice. So I'm 3 stamina.
Okay.
12 again.
17.
He's on 1 health.
Shouldn't attack me. I don't have any treasure.
Oh, I got a 15.
I got a math. 21.
Oh, nice. Okay, goblin is dead.
No, I'm going to take your treasure instead.
Treasure have you got? If you win...
What have you got for me? What have you got for me?
146. Let's find out. A search of the room reveals nothing of interest, so you decide to search the goblin. You landed some mighty blows on its chest during the battle, which seemed to have little effect on the goblin. You discover that it's wearing a chainmail coat under its clothing, made of a strange blue-grey metal, and you decide to put it on. It would add 1 skill point, but you're already at your max skill, so... But
it's just a fashion statement now.
Yeah, you're just like, hey, it looks good. I don't feel any more skill, but sure. You leave the room and you continue on up the corridor, and we're going to have our first save point there, methinks. 173.
The other rats.
Gnawing away next door.
In the kitchen.
You've got a skill of 10. What's your stamina at? It's still full, right? You're not taking any hits yet.
Yeah, stamina's still full.
Excellente. Okie, let us proceed. 173. The dank and gloomy corridor finally ends at a doorway. As you are deciding whether or not to open it...
What a surprise. It ends in a doorway.
Ends in a doorway. What a surprise. As you're deciding whether or not to open it, you hear a noise like that of metal grating against stone, followed by a loud clang. You look around and see that your way is now barred by a portcullis that has dropped down from the ceiling. You have no choice but to turn the door handle. You find yourself in a marble-floored room. The room is empty, but there is a pair of golden footprints in a silver circle on the floor. A sign on the wall says, "Please stand on the footprints." From out of nowhere, you hear the sound of thunder, followed by a loud, evil laugh. Do you want to stand on the footprints, or wait and see if the owner of the evil laugh will appear?
I'm not one for breaking the rules, so I'm gonna stand in the golden footprints.
Stand on the footprints.
Tuck my feet in or something like that.
Page 302. Now, are you confident that you can find the Eye of the Dragon?
I've already got one of them.
Yeah.
So it's half the job's done.
Half the job's done.
So we'll just have to do half of the work. That's the way I'm looking at it.
Okay. You stand on the footprints, and the room appears to spin before your eyes. You lose your sense of balance and fall over, feeling sick. You fall in and out of consciousness, and you lose track of time. And when you come to, you stand up to find yourself in a different place. You're back in the woodcutter's hut, with only your sword, shield, and an empty backpack. Everything you've taken from the labyrinth is gone. You've been teleported back to the hut, and you must start your adventure again, but you're weaker now. Lose 4 skill points and 4 stamina points.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still feeling confident?
4 skill and 4 stamina. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Now I'm going to be kind to you. It does.
I just made a mistake.
It does say that everything you've taken from the labyrinth is gone, which I don't think you found anything. So I'm gonna leave you.
I found the fashion statement.
I'm going to leave you with your gold and with your provisions. It does say your backpack is empty, but I am going to be kind.
Okay.
Also, welcome in the Jaunty Goblin. Thank you for being here. So we're going to turn back to page 69. You've got to start your adventure again.
Okay.
The stairs lead down to a gloomy stone-walled corridor that is lit by a few flickering torches. In the dim light, you see that there is thick slime dripping down the walls. There's an unpleasant stench in the air, and you hear a scampering noise and look down to see rats running across the muddy floor in front of you. Ahead, the corridor splits at a junction. Would you like to go left or right?
Going left.
Going
I'm
left.
staying exactly the same.
Okay.
Up until the footprints.
186. After turning sharply right, the corridor soon ends at a large oak door with ornate iron hinges. The door is firmly shut. Would you like to force it open or return to the last junction?
I know, we've got to make it through the door first, don't we?
Okay,
we're going through. Okay, we're going through the door.
Okay, force the door open. 389. Roll your dice.
I've got a 4.
Okay, that is still less than your skill score,
Okay.
and the door flies open to page 26. We're kind of speed running today, or trying to at least, because Nervous Cabbage, my guest here, is going to go to work later, so...
I feel like I've made a bad decision already, but we're going to have to stick with it.
The door opens into a cold room which is empty except for a large mirror hanging on the wall. There's another door in the opposite wall. Would you like to look in the mirror or carry on walking past it?
We're going to look in the mirror this time.
You're going to look in the mirror this time,
Yep.
page 51. Let's see, shall we? As you look into the mirror, your body is gripped by a terrible pain. Try as you might, you find it impossible to look away. Lose 2 stamina points.
Oh, that was a bad idea.
If you want to try to cover your eyes with your hands, you can, or you can try to smash the mirror with your sword.
Smash it. Smash it.
Smash it. 258. 258.
Cabbage smash.
Cabbage smash. The mirror. That actually sounds kind of tasty. Cabbage smash.
Cabbage, like a smashed potato, the dried ones, just
Yeah.
mixed with cabbage. Okay.
Okay. I mean, if you put some cheese on it, it might be nice.
That works. Yeah, that fixes
Loads
everything.
of butter and cheese. The mirror shatters and the terrible pain in your body slowly eases. And when you finally recover, you search the room but find nothing except a gold piece, which is lodged in a crack in the floor. You decide to keep a piece of the mirror for luck, and you leave the room by the door opposite. Also, welcome in, Anti-Shap. Your automatic bonus life last week went to good use, so thank you very much for that. But yeah, probably no extra life today, probably not needed. We're speed running. That's what we're doing.
We've got a strategy now. We've got a defined strategy on what we're doing.
We're going to page 243. You did watch the VOD. Excellent. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. That bonus life was very much needed and appreciated. Yeah, melted cheese and butter does make everything better, the Jaunty Goblin. Damn right it does. Right, the door opens into another dimly lit stone-walled passageway, which ends at a doorway. The door is not locked, and you enter a small circular room with a shallow pool at its centre. A ledge around the pool allows you to walk to the closed door opposite. At the bottom of the pool lie several gold coins. Do you want to throw one of your gold pieces into the pool and make a wish, or walk around to the far door?
I'm going to leave.
Okay, 3, 2, 2.
Yeah.
The door opens back onto passageway, and after walking along it for a few minutes, you see another door in the left-hand wall. There's a small window in the door that looks into a candlelit room, in which a woman sits on a bench with her back to you. You knock on the door, but she does not stand up. Do you want to go in and try your luck again?
We're going in.
You're going in. Okay.
We're going in.
158.
Said we've got a strategy. We've got a strategy.
You say hello to the old woman, yet she still
Hello
does not
again.
turn around to look at you. You decide to walk up to her and tap her on the shoulder again. Suddenly she spins around, her eyes are wide open with glee, and an evil, hysterical laugh erupts from her mouth. Close up, you
so
notice
happy to
that
see me again.
she has tiny snakes.
So happy.
In her hair. She's like, you came back!
The second time around, see, I'm playing it cool. But I came back.
You came back! But she has tiny snakes in her hair, and you realise, to your horror, that she must be a Medusa. You try to avoid her staring eyes by looking away, as you know her gaze is deadly. Roll 2 dice.
Okay. I got a 6. What does that mean?
That is the same.
Yeah.
I think same or less than your skill. You managed to avoid her stare. Do you want to use the piece of broken mirror or try to run out of the room?
I'm gonna use the broken mirror.
Use the broken mirror to reflect her
This couldn't have gone any better.
back at her. 210. 210. You take the piece of mirror out of your backpack and hold it up to the Medusa. You hear an anguished scream which quickly fades to silence. Slowly you open one eye and then the other to see the rigid torso of the Medusa, who has now been turned to stone by the reflection of her own stare. You put the mirror in your backpack and you search the room. In a corner cupboard you find an ornate wooden box which opens to reveal a strange necklace. A small snake's skull hangs on a silver chain. Do you want to put the necklace around your neck or leave the room without it?
Now, it's either going to do something good or I'm going to become the Medusa. I'm going to put the necklace on.
Okay.
I'm committed now. I'm committed.
297. You've gone with your gut on that one, haven't you? You're like, that
Well,
was
I thought
first.
mirror, Medusa. Like, I didn't get the mirror in the first place, but now I'm kind of lost a little bit. What's going to happen?
You place the necklace over your head and you see 2 ghostly figures before your eyes. 2 shimmering skeletons armed with swords seem to be coming right for you. As if they're running right through you, they're gone. Everything appears to be normal again, and slightly shaken, you leave the room to 281. And that's a save point there.
Okay.
281, you've made it to 22 minutes, 53 seconds. You have a skill of 6. Stamina 13, I believe?
Yes.
Luck of 11. Okay. We are heading over to 281. How is everyone in chat today? Is everyone okay?
Am I allowed to have a little snack?
You can have a provision, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have one. My stamina seems a bit low.
You're very okay just listening, just as spoke. Hey, look, you've got your sub badge that matches my mug. There we go. 281. Another door appears in the right-hand wall of the passageway. It's made of dark oak and is standing half open. Would you like to enter the door or keep on walking?
Fine, we'll go in.
You're gonna go in, page 6.
Yep.
You enter a small room which is completely empty except for a playing card lying on the floor. It's the Queen of Spades, and she looks slightly unusual in the fact that she has a very wide grin on her face. Do you want to pick up the card this time, or rather leave the room and walk on?
We'll pick up the card.
Pick up the card, 129. I mean, she could be the lucky lady. She could be the perfect match for you.
I've already got a feeling I don't think so, but we can try.
You pick up the card, and it springs out of your hand and lands back on the floor. There's a sudden flash of blinding light and the card disappears, and standing before you, out of nowhere, is an old woman dressed as the Queen of Spades. She smiles and says, Thank you so much. Here's 5 gold pieces for your troubles.
Paying me off.
She hands you the gold before walking slowly and elegantly out of the room. Still somewhat puzzled, you put the 5 gold pieces into your backpack and you continue your quest, page 112. Welcome in, Cypher Eyes. It's funny, I was thinking about you today. I don't think I've seen you around for a while, and I hope everything got sorted with your house in the end. Let me know, will you? Where are we at with that? Page 112. Further up the passageway, you see another door on the right-hand wall. You listen and you hear scratching sounds from coming on the other side. Do you want to enter the room or carry on walking on up the passageway?
We're gonna ignore the kitchen.
Ignore the kitchen.
I don't see there being any use in the kitchen. There's never anything useful in a kitchen that I've ever been in. Ever. And I've been in a lot of them.
336. Let's avoid the kitchen. You soon arrive at a formidable looking iron door in the left-hand wall. Would you rather open the door or carry on walking?
Let's ignore that, because one of those goblins' mates is going to appear. Like his pal's going to have taken his place, so we're just going to ignore it. I can hear him giggling. I can hear him giggling behind the door, like muttering his plans. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. So I'm just gonna keep walking. And he keeps shushing himself like shh, no, quiet.
He's coming. I can hear him. 173. I'm gonna get him. 173.
I can see him through the door. The door's actually clear glass. He hasn't realised.
I thought it was an iron door. God damn it.
Okay.
It's that new see-through iron. The dank and gloomy corridor finally ends at a doorway.
One-way see-through iron doors. You can only see through one side.
As you're deciding whether or not to open the door, you hear a noise like that of grating metal, followed by the loud clang of metal hitting stone.
Okay.
You look around and see that your way back is barred by an iron portcullis that has dropped down from the ceiling. You have no choice but to turn the door handle, and you find yourself in a marble-floored room. The room is empty, but there's a pair of golden footprints in a silver circle on the floor. A sign on the wall says, "Please stand on the footprints." From out of nowhere, you hear the sound of thunder, followed by a loud, evil laugh. Do you want to stand on the footprints, or wait to see if the owner of the evil laugh appears?
The owner of the evil laugh. It's just strange. Point of phrase.
I'm just gonna.
It's not my laugh. I just own it. Okay, we're gonna wait. We're gonna not stand in the thing. We're gonna wait. See if the man with a laugh appears.
103. I should probably just record an evil laugh and put it in here and let it play. The laughter gets louder and louder, but you cannot tell where it's coming from as it echoes around the room. It turns into a piercing shriek, which is painful to your ears. You begin to lose your sense of balance and fall over feeling violently ill. The door through which you entered the room slams shut, trapping you inside. Using all of your energy, you just manage to crawl over to the footmarks and haul yourself up to a standing position. There's a sudden blinding flash of light, and it seems as though the room is spinning. You're unable to stop yourself from passing out. Turn to 215. Hardly able to see and feeling sick and disoriented, you wake up in a tiny room measuring some 2 meters by 2 meters. There are no doors in the walls, and on the low ceiling there's a luminous crystal which gives off an eerie green glow. You've been teleported to an old prison cell in another part of the labyrinth. Lose 2 skill points and 2 stamina points. So you are on a skill of 4 right now.
Yep. But I'm lucky.
You are lucky. What's your stamina looking like at the moment?
17 at the minute.
17 at the minute, okay. Wowzers trousers. 17 stamina. Okie dokie. You scratch around in the thick dirt on the floor and you find an iron bolt which is attached to what feels like it could be a trap door. You pull on the bolt and suddenly the iron door falls open into the room below. Do you want to search further in the dirt of the prison cell or jump down into the room below?
We're going to search through the dirt a little bit. And we're going to have some lunch.
You're going to have some lunch?
Yep.
29.
Before I get my hands all dirty.
Have a little sandwich. The cell starts to cloud with dust as you rummage through the dirt, and it makes you cough. You find bits of old bone, fragments of rock, some huge toenail clippings which must have come from a giant creature, and some torn rags. You're about to give up your search when your fingers find a small velvet pouch. You untie the knotted string and you find 2 items inside: a gold bracelet and a gold nugget. You put the golden nugget in your pocket and you decide what to do with the bracelet. Would you like to put it onto your wrist or leave it behind and jump down into the room below?
We've got a necklace on, so we're going to put the bracelet on. We're going to go full like Kanye West.
Sure.
By the time we leave.
You're going to be all blinged up.
Yep.
Okay, 272. The bracelet shimmers slightly as you slide it over your wrist.
Not everything here can be bad.
It suddenly feels hot, and it tightens around you, burning your skin. The bracelet is cursed by evil magic. Lose 1 skill point and 1 stamina point.
Sure, I can afford that.
You're on 3 skill. Yeah,
I can afford that.
You're unable to remove it. It's fused to your skin, and you have no choice now but to jump down into the room below to page 64.
God damn, this looks beautiful. The burning colour on my arm brings out the colour in my eyes.
Beautiful. Oh, Eye of the Dragon, more like Kanye. Kanye Eye of the Dragon. I can't say that, Kate. Kanye of the Dragon. No.
All I need is like a nice like plush suit.
You like a velour tracksuit.
Yep, yeah, exactly.
A velour tracksuit to complete the look. But welcome in Case the Joint. We're going to class that as a save point there. That's 31 minutes.
I wish you wouldn't.
31
minutes. And we will save there.
We're going to save there. You've got a skill of 3. Your stamina is 16, I think. Luck is 11. 18.
After my lunch.
Ah, yes, you had lunch. And you've got 8 provisions.
I haven't used any luck yet.
No luck yet.
Don't need it.
Are you going for the famous negative skill trick to see if it bugs and rolls around to 100? No, it does not. It won't do it. Case, I can say it, but I don't know how to write it. Now, Kanye of the Dragon? Kanye of the Dragon. I think that's what we were going for, wasn't it? I'm suddenly very hungry. Why did I not have lunch before this?
Lunch.
I'm ridiculous. You've got to jump down into the room below, page 64. I should have had second breakfast. I was going to have second breakfast, but I didn't.
You didn't have second breakfast?
I didn't have second breakfast. I had a very small first breakfast and I'm starving, hungry. So please die soon.
No.
Please die. The room is a disused torture chamber.
With my skill, I'm probably just going to fall over and crack my head open on something.
Or stab yourself with your own sword.
Yep, something like that.
The room is a disused torture chamber. An Iron Maiden lies open on the floor, and in the far corner you see a wooden rack.
It's just the band Iron Maiden just lying there.
All blood-stained instruments of pain litter the ground. That's quite the visual there. A strong musty smell fills the still air, making you feel a little queasy, almost hidden by a pile of chains.
That's Iron Maiden.
It makes you feel queasy. Almost hidden by a pile of chains, you see an iron chest. Would you like to open the chest or leave the chamber?
What harm could come opening an iron chest in a torture chamber?
What else have you got to lose, right?
What else have I got going on right now? Yeah, let's open it. Fine, whatever.
131. Let's have a little look, shall we? The chest lid is very heavy and you struggle to lift it. Inside you find 5 gold pieces, a small silver box, and a strange bronze-handled dagger with a blade made of crystal. So you can take any of those items. You've got 5 gold pieces, a small silver box, and a strange bronze-handled dagger with a blade made of crystal.
Can I take it all?
Yep. And then you leave the chamber and you continue on up the corridor.
Weird dagger. What else did I get?
You got 5 gold pieces, a small silver box, and the bronze dagger with the blade made of crystal.
Okay.
And I would probably write down that it's a dagger with a blade made of crystal. You're going to pick up all sorts of random crap.
Okay.
You got to know your daggers.
Great. Gotta know your daggers.
Gotta know your daggers. We're going to page 317.
Picking up rubbish all over the place.
Yeah. Ahead you see that the corridor leads to a narrow bridge, which spans a deep pit. A rope ladder tied to the bridge descends into the dark depths of the pit below. Do you want to walk over the bridge and carry on up the corridor, or chance it by climbing down the rope ladder?
I'm trying to weigh which one the real me would do. But real me would turn around. Like, not go over either of them. Do we want to go down or cross?
Gonna take a sip of tea while you decide.
This is one of the... We're going down the rope ladder.
Excellent. Excellent.
She chose down. She chose down.
Let's go down. 362.
Your skill means you accidentally fumble on the rings of the ladder and fall.
We're about to find out, aren't we? It takes a long time to reach the bottom of the pit. It's almost pitch black, and you can hardly see anything at all. And as your eyes adjust to the gloom, you hear some shuffling sounds coming from in front of you. Slowly, a vile undead creature lumbers towards you. Its decaying innards protrude through holes in its maggot-ridden flesh. Its swollen tongue hangs down from its sickly purple mouth, and its deep sunken red eyes stare straight at you. Do I have anything else for this? Yes, I do. Gurgling and hissing, the ghoul...
I feel like this is going to go badly.
The ghoul steps forward to attack you. It has a skill of 8 and a stamina of 7, and if it hits you 4 times, you'll be paralysed and eaten later.
Okay.
Let's go.
So I don't get a choice, okay.
You've got to fight it, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I've got a high skill.
14.
10.
I hit you.
Okay.
You take 2 damage.
I've got a lot of stamina, which just means I'm going to get hit a lot.
You're going to get hit a lot. But if you get hit 4 times, you're paralysed. And you've been hit once already.
Come on, I need...
14 again.
12.
You've been hit twice.
Oh, this isn't going... I was looking for love, but love found me. I need non-stop double 6s, and I need you to get really bad rolls.
I got great rolls. I got a 17 today.
I've got a 13. I've got a 13, and that's with double 5.
Ghouls just want to have fun.
Oh, this isn't fair.
Oh, Case wants to re-roll, okay? Let's re-roll that one.
7.
7 plus 8, what's that, 15? I think I still hit you.
Yeah.
Yeah. 14 again.
I'm not saying that I rolled a double 1, but I'm just saying that my skill is 5. Okay.
Oh, that was a tie, was it? Okay. Well, in which case I will roll again. We'll say that you didn't hit you last time. Thank you, Anti-Chat. 15.
6.
6.
6. Yeah, 6. Not 16. 6.
Wow, okay, let's find out what happens. You've been bitten 4 times. Page 155.
1 time's too many.
It's a love bite.
I can tell you what's going to happen now. Like, I highly doubt they're going to pull up a mask and it was Old Man Jenkins all along.
You've been paralysed. Your adventure ends here.
Is that it?
That is it.
That's it.
That's it.
No grandeur, no big, just in a corner.
That's it, yeah. You've been paralysed. You're going to be eaten later by the ghoul. Nom 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 nom.
I didn't expect that. You just
very hungry.
Been paralysed. So the ghouls paralysed
hungry.
me and just wandered off.
Yeah.
Great.
No, it's kind of like salivating over you right now.
It'll eat me later, and it's gone back to watch Corrie now. Like, it was in the middle of its soap, so it'll have me when it's in the break.
So I do have some good news. We did have a previous save point at the Goblin, where your skill was still 10, and your stamina was 19, and your luck was 11, and you still had 10 provisions. So
yeah, but the Goblin.
Technically, you could, but I've got to give you the said trombone.
No, I don't want it. Take it away. I feel like I was doing so well.
So do you want to go back to where you were teleported, where you had a skill of 3, stamina of 18, and a luck of 11? Or would you like to go back to 13 minutes before any of that happened, and you still had a skill of 10 and a stamina of 19?
We'll go at 10 minutes. And I know exactly what route we're taking.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you're going to go with the Goblin?
Yep.
Okay. So your skill is now 10, your stamina is 19. Oh no, your stamina is 19 and your luck is 11. Okay. Does it make much difference being paralysed? Probably not. Right, let me reset the timer. How confident are you feeling that you're going to make it out this time on this one very last life that you've got here?
But we can avoid a lot of things now.
Sure. You've already done quite a lot, so we're going to go back to 13 minutes, 34 seconds. Just while we're on this little break here, I just want to remind people that next week I've got a brand new guest on, and the show is going to be part of International Game Book Day. So tune in next Saturday, same time. We might just have a few more new people perhaps coming to check out the show as part of International Game Book Day. So that will be really cool. I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm just going to carry on as normal and pretend it's not happening.
I'm personally looking forward to the next seasonal slot of the adventure books, because the Christmas ones last time were really interesting.
The Christmas one last time,
they were really good.
I don't know how I am gonna top that. You're
gonna have to find a way.
I'm gonna have to find a way. I mean, the Krampus one was fantastic, and I actually really enjoyed doing House of Hell for Halloween as well. I actually haven't decided what next season is going to be or anything like that, or what the seasonal specials are going to be. So yeah,
there's that to look forward to.
Something to look forward to, and it's coming around really fast as well. Oh crikey. Whilst we're on this break as well, I realised that I haven't told anybody what the prize is, so would you mind if I just show them what the prize is? It's going to take maybe 2 minutes. This is what Nervous Cabbage could win if he makes it out today.
Hi guys, I just wanted to show you how cool the prize is for season 3. Ian Livingston himself has been kind enough to send us a very special limited edition copy of Eye of the Dragon. And if we take a look inside, he's even been kind enough to sign it for us as well. It's so good that I almost don't want to give it away. I want it. I need it. But of course, I can't keep it. I want my friends to win it. You don't have any friends. No one likes you. Not listening. Not listening. I mean, the more I think about it, what if no one wins? Maybe if no one wins it, maybe I can keep it. And then it can be my own. My precious.
So there you go. So whoever wins this season could win a limited edition signed copy of Eye of the Dragon from Ian Livingstone, and he sent that to me personally, so he's touched it, and yeah, I really want to keep it. Now I have actually said I haven't got another copy of Eye of the Dragon, which I originally bought for the prize, but it's not in very good quality, so I've already offered to send that to Nervous Cabbage, but if he wins, then he will get the choice of whether he gets the crappy version.
I keep meaning to go check out the bookshops as well, but
Do not worry. I thought
they close at such weird times.
Oh, don't worry. But yeah, if you win today, you'll have the choice of getting the crappy version or the signed version. And that's just for you. And if you don't win, then I'll send you that anyway. Right, let us continue. We've just defeated a goblin, so let us roll. We've gone back to 13 minutes 34 seconds. So much for a speedrun, huh? So much for a speedrun.
The only problem is I won't get the necklace that I got beforehand, but no. I'm gonna assume that's fine.
Anti-Chap says if he wins, I'll be shocked. I will also be shocked.
I'll be shocked too.
On this
I'll be more
one
shocked
life.
I'll be more shocked than any of you.
I am gonna move that heart over there. There we go. But you need the blink. Hi, Becca Clark. Oh my god, the way yours ended last week, I was so pleased with that. The dank and gloomy corridor finally ends at a doorway, and as you're deciding whether or not to open it, you hear a noise like that of grating metal, followed by the loud clang of metal hitting stone. You look around to see that your way has been barred by a portcullis that has dropped down from the ceiling. You have no choice but to turn the door handle. You find yourself in a marble-floored room. This room is empty, but there's a pair of golden footprints in a silver circle on the floor. A sign on the wall says, "Please stand on the footprints." From out of nowhere, you hear the sound of thunder followed by a loud, evil laugh. Do you want to stand on the footprints, or do you want to see if the owner of the laugh will appear? Becca says I was raging. Were you raging? I loved the end. It's great.
I've got two choices. I can either go back to the huntsman's cabin, which means I can get the necklace again.
Yeah.
Or
just carry on without it.
Go, but I feel like that's going to be an important thing. Okay, we're gonna stand in the circle.
Oh my god.
Okay, we're gonna stand in the circle.
Okay, we're gonna start from the very beginning. This is insane.
Yep.
Okay, 302. Ah, Jesus Christ, Cabbage. Jesus Christ.
And then I know exactly which way we're going. We just need to make sure we can get through that door at the
start. Do you not remember that if you do this, your skill and your stamina go down again?
Do they? Oh,
yes.
Yeah, that's a thing, isn't it?
Yes. Are you sure?
I'm never sure of anything. So I get my life.
Are you sure?
How much does it go?
It goes down by 4.
A lot.
A lot. Is it worth
All right,
it?
Let's look for the laughter.
Okay.
Fine, for a necklace, for one bit of necklace. Is it worth it?
Is it worth it for a necklace?
Might be later on down the line.
103.
If you bring your necklace, and I will give you the dragon's eye.
Okay, so you're gonna wait?
Yeah, we're gonna find the laughter.
Thank fuck for that. 103. The laughter gets louder and louder, but you cannot tell where it's coming from as it echoes around the room. It turns into a piercing shriek, which is painful to your ears. You begin to lose your sense of balance and fall over, feeling violently ill.
If that necklace becomes important later on, though, I'm gonna eat my heart.
You're just gonna blame me. You can blame me.
Yeah,
okay.
Pretty much.
You begin to lose your consciousness and you feel violently ill. The door through which you entered the room slams shut, trapping you inside. Using all of your energy, you manage to crawl over to the footmarks and haul yourself up to standing position. There's a sudden blinding flash of light, and it seems as though the room is spinning. You're unable to stop yourself from passing out. Turn to page 215. Okay. Becca, what do you think? Did he need the snake's head necklace? Do you remember? Does he need it? Does anyone remember if he needs that stupid necklace?
You always collect the stuff that you don't need. The stuff you need is the one thing you never got.
Anti-Chap remembers. Hardly able to see and feeling sick and disoriented, you wake up in a tiny room measuring some 2 meters by 2 meters. There are no doors in the walls. On the low ceiling has a luminous crystal which gives off an eerie green glow. You've been teleported to an old prison cell in another part of the labyrinth. Lose 2 skill points and 2 stamina points. You scratch around in the thick dirt on the floor and find an iron bolt which is attached to what feels like it could be a trapdoor. You pull on the bolt and suddenly the iron door falls open and into the room below. Do you want to search in the dirt or jump down into the room below?
Yeah, I'm going to search the dirt.
Search in the dirt. Page 29. The cell starts to cloud with dust as you rummage through the dirt, making you cough. You find bits of old bone, fragments of rock, some huge toenail clippings, which must have come from a giant creature, and some torn rags.
Who's just been clipping their toenails in there?
Ugh. Thing is, it's a really small, it's 2 meters by 2 meters. So I actually just think someone's found them and is storing them for some strange reason.
That's even worse.
That's hoarders. Ugh.
Today's episode of Hoarders, we're in the...
We're in this small crawl space filled with giant toenails. You're about to give up your search when your fingers find a small velvet pouch. You untie the knotted string and find 2 items inside the pouch. A gold bracelet and a gold nugget. You put the nugget in your pocket and decide what to do with the bracelet. Do you want to put it on your wrist or leave it behind and jump down into the room below?
Leave it behind. Let's just put it
You're
back.
going to leave it behind this time? Okay,
Yeah.
page 64. The room is a disused torture chamber. An iron maiden lies open on the floor, and in the far corner you see a wooden rack. Old, blood-stained instruments of pain litter the ground. A strong, musty smell fills the still air, making you feel a little queasy. Almost hidden by a pile of chains, you see an iron chest. Do you want to open the chest or leave the chamber?
Open it.
Open the chest. 131. The chest lid is very heavy and you struggle to lift it, but inside you find 5 gold pieces, a small silver box, and a strange bronze-handled dagger with a blade made of crystal. After taking the items that you want, you leave the chamber and you continue on up the corridor to 317, and we'll do a save point there. Okay, we are going to, what did I say, 317. 317. You've made it to, we're going back to 20 minutes. 20 minutes and 7 seconds. And your skill is 8. Stamina is 17. Your luck is 11. And actually, you get your provisions back as well, your 10 provisions. Nom 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 nom.
I bought too much. I think I bought too much lunch.
Like, I'm sure I ate these sandwiches.
10 whole provisions.
How come they're back? I'm sure I ate 2.
Oh no, this sandwich is filled with spiders. Baron!
God damn you! Right, 317, let's go. Ahead, you see that the corridor leads to a narrow bridge, which spans a deep pit. A rope ladder tied to the bridge descends into the dark depths of the pit below. Do you want to walk over the bridge and carry on up the corridor, or chance it by climbing down the rope ladder?
We're gonna walk over the bridge.
Yeah,
this
I
time.
think we know what's down there, don't we? So we're gonna go over the bridge, page 193. Finally, some new territory.
I can feel zombie fingers like grabbing my feet just from the bottom. Hey!
It's unhappy this time. It can smell you. It wants your flesh.
Wow, that's a shame. It's a shame.
Right, 193. This is uncharted territory now. We're in a new place. The corridor comes to end at a junction with turnings to the left and right. Would you like to go left or would you like to go right?
Right. We've taken a lot of left turns.
And we're gonna go right. Page 20. Anti-Chap says, well, at least you would have had a chance this time. Yeah, you would have. Page 20. Let's go.
I know down there is basically certain death, though.
The corridor soon turns sharply left. Around the bend, you see an alcove in the left-hand wall where water gently trickles from the mouth of a stone fountain carved into the shape of a hideous-looking hag. Would you like to drink from the fountain? It looks like this. It's very attractive. Oh, yummy.
The problem is I really want to have a drink from it.
Do you want to have a drink or do you want to keep walking?
We'll have a little drink.
Have a little drink. Go on then. Page 340.
Water is lovely.
You question your own wisdom to drink water that is coming from the mouth of such an ugly old crone. But your hunch is right. The water is pure and has magical properties. Restore 2 stamina points.
I could have just had lunch and got 4.
You can't go above 19 though, so actually this is taking you back up to your full stamina, right?
I needed skill points.
You need some skill, yeah. With renewed energy, you walk on up the corridor to page 136.
Realistically, it was just an old woman who had disguised her face to look like a statue.
Is she the
she's
one?
Giggling away. She's giggling away to herself because she got a free kiss. That's what she does. She disguises herself as fountains.
Is she the one? Is she the lucky lady?
I've never found out because her fountain disguise is too good. I just walked away without even noticing.
You soon arrive at another alcove in the left-hand wall. Inside you see a stone throne carved as though it has been made out of 100 open-mouthed skulls. Do you want to sit on the throne of skulls or carry on walking on up the corridor?
Let's ignore this big skull throne.
Page 9.
Let's ignore it.
Okay. Anti-Chap says sit, sit, sit. Too late now. Too late now. On the right-hand wall of the corridor, you see a large oak door with big iron hinges. The skeletons of several small rodents are nailed to the door. Do you want to open the door or carry on walking on up the corridor?
We're going to have to open some kind of door at some point. Let's open it. Let's open the back door, I guess.
211. The door opens into a cavernous room in which the floor is littered with small bones and debris. Standing in the middle of the debris, you see an ugly 2-headed troll. It's busy sharpening its large axe on a spinning stone wheel that is powered by a treadle. One of its heads turns to stare at you. Its face is covered with warts, and its large teeth stick out of its drooling mouth like tusks. It's violent, stupid, and very dangerous. Do you want to fight the troll or slam the door and hurry on up the corridor?
Let's leave.
Let's leave. 166. You haven't got all day. You've got a...
Real life me would leave that situation.
Nope. 166. Bye. The corridor is long and narrow with just the occasional burning torch on the wall to light the way. You walk along slowly, ever alert to potential danger. A rat suddenly scurries across the damp floor before disappearing into a hole in the wall. On and on you walk until you hear the sound of flowing water in the distance. You soon arrive at the banks of a fast-flowing underground river. A crudely made raft is tied to a stake in the bank. Do you want to climb on top of the raft and float downstream, or retrace your steps and walk back to the last junction?
Let's get on the raft.
Excellent choice.
I'm one for a bit of adventure.
Excellent choice, sir. Excellent choice. Climb on the raft and float downstream, page 188.
You appear at the huntsman's hut. Start again.
Oh, you wish. Oh, you wish. The channel narrows and the flow of the river increases. You're soon in a tunnel with a very low ceiling and you're forced to lie flat on the raft. I believe you've got like another good hour in you, maybe. Perhaps. before work. Auntie Chap is asking how much longer till you have to go to work.
Yeah, like 2 hours.
2 hours?
And I might be dead now, so...
You're
I might
forced to
not
lie
be-
flat on the raft. Ahead you hear the roar of water crashing into unseen depths, and you realise to your horror that you're heading for a waterfall. Suddenly the raft hits a rock and breaks apart before plunging over the edge of the waterfall. You're bowled over, and you crash into a dark, watery grave. Your adventure is over.
I'm a dead man. What? This is why you don't get on. I'm gonna draw this.
So many people have fallen for it.
But it's just like it's like Wet and Wild.
Everyone's like, oh, a water ride. Yay.
Oh yeah, yay, raft.
Yay,
Ah.
raft. Auntie Chap, what did you
didn't expect
do?
it to be. Didn't expect it to be instant death.
You, my
feel like-
friend, have been granted a bonus life.
Okay. That's good. Again, raft again. Yay, raft.
Oh, thank you, darlings. Cheers. We have got a bonus life.
I promise I won't waste it.
You promise you won't waste it? Okay. Let's see. Thank you, Auntie Chap. You're always so kind.
Thank you for making my survival prolonged.
Well, you said you've got like another 2
We
hours to work.
we
so-
know a lot of places not to go now.
Okay, so we need to go back to 20 minutes.
My
I
map-
assume you're going to go
just-
back to...
I'll show you my map so far. Like, this is, I don't know if you'll be able to see it.
Oh, yeah. Wow,
It makes
look at
sense.
that.
It makes sense to me.
As long as it makes sense to you. I don't believe that for a heartbeat you give him 5 minutes. 5 minutes tops. Okay. So we're going to go back to 20 minutes. Am I right in saying this? You're going to go back just to 20 minutes and 7 seconds, which
will
is
be-
just outside the torture chamber
Yes.
when you've done that. Okay. Let us reset. 20 minutes, 7 seconds. Okie dokie. Page 317. Wow,
So
okay,
did
we're
I-
at the bridge again, okay. Did
Okay.
you-
I was going to say, except for getting a refreshing drink, there wasn't really anything to help that way. Okay. We've got a plan. We've got a plan.
Okay, so your skill is 8. Your stamina, you've got full stamina, because you always come
Yeah.
back with full stamina. You've got 11 luck and 10 provisions. Very nice. Okay, let us proceed. Thank you for that, Auntie Chat. That's very kind of you. Ahead you see that the corridor leads to a narrow bridge which spans a deep pit. A rope ladder descends into the depths. Do you want to walk over the bridge and carry on up the corridor, or chance it by climbing down the ladder?
Okay, we're going to cross the bridge.
Okay, you're going to cross the bridge. 193. The corridor comes to an end at a junction with turnings to the left and right. Would you like to go left or would you like to go right?
We'll go left. Do you know what this map reminds me of? Do you know in like middle school,
Oh, yeah?
you would have like the end of term day where you could like bring in like, I don't know, your favorite toy or something like that. Like, do you
Right.
remember that? Do you remember that?
Like a little show
Like,
and tell thing.
We,
yeah.
it was either first school or middle school. We used to bring the fighting fantasy books in, like me and a couple of other people, and we used to
Cool.
draw the maps out
Aw.
or like try and it just reminds me of that, just chaos.
Your artistic skill has not progressed much.
No.
Okay, the corridor comes to an end at a junction with turnings to the left and right. Oh, you've gone left. Page 54.
Yeah.
Let's see. The corridor soon turns sharply right, and you arrive at the doorway in the left-hand wall. The door is slightly ajar, and through it you can hear a woman's voice chanting a strange rhyme. Would you like to open the door or carry on walking on up the corridor?
Is she the one?
Is she the one?
Is she not the one? Am I going to have wasted this extra life by poking my head into Cilla?
I mean, you can
Um,
ask chat.
Does she seem like a legitimate, like, well turned out character? Should we go in? Or is she singing like a creepy lullaby? Is it like, I don't know.
Anti-chap says no.
Okay, we're just gonna close the door.
Carry on walking up the
singing.
corridor to page 323. She's not a love match today.
Not today.
Not
Cilla's
today,
just
not
outside.
today. You arrive at the entrance to a cave in the right-hand wall of the corridor. Peering in, you see a stone table and 4 chairs. A burning candle housed in a large skull is giving off a dim and eerie light. Asleep in one of the chairs and snoring loudly, you see the large bulk of an ogre. It must be at least 2 meters tall, and its lumpy face is green, and its open mouth draws spittle down onto its hairy chin.
That's why there's so much slime in the tunnels everywhere.
Ugh.
Just coming from him.
It's wearing animal skins and has a strange necklace made out of rats' skulls. A large wooden club leans against the chair, and on the back of which hangs an old leather bag. Would you like to creep into the room to try to take the bag, or carry on walking up the corridor?
I really want that bag. I'm just gonna stealth it out from him.
Okay,
Out from my room,
274.
okay.
Let's give it a go.
He's never even gonna notice. In and out, done.
You tiptoe across the floor, but step on a rat's skull that cracks under the weight of your boot. Test your luck. Roll both dice. It needs to be an
Okay.
11 or below.
We've got a 10.
Okay, you are lucky, but now your luck goes down to 10. Turn to page 23. Everything just suddenly feels more tense now because you've only got this bonus life. The ugly ogre grunts and snuffles but does not wake up. Sweat runs down your brow as you reach the chair. The acrid smell of the ogre's unwashed body fills your nostrils. Could he be the one?
Could he be? He might be, maybe.
Slowly you lift the bag off the back of the chair and you tiptoe out of the cave. In the corridor you open the bag to find a dagger and a gold ring, which you slip onto the thumb of your left hand. You breathe a sigh of relief and walk on to page 139. Whew. The corridor eventually comes to an end at a solid oak door. You try the handle and are surprised to find that it's unlocked. Slowly you open the door into a dark room. The only light inside comes from a burning candle on the shelf of the far wall. Something else on the shelf catches your eye as it sparkles in the candlelight. Would you like to examine the sparkling object or close the door and walk back down the corridor?
Let's check it out. I'm tempted in.
381. Can you hear how shiny and sparkly it is? The room is empty except for the sparkling object, which you see now as a crystal pendant mounted on a silver chain. Do you want to put it around your neck or leave the room without it and head back down the corridor?
Should we wear it? I feel like we might start over-accessorizing at some point soon. I feel like I'm wearing a lot.
But remember, you don't have the snake's head necklace anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but I don't have a pendant on.
Anti-chap says
Yeah,
all the bling.
Okay, let's wear it. Put the bling on.
We're going to put it around your neck, page 239.
I will find that tracksuit somewhere.
Yeah, you just need that velour tracksuit, and then you. What colour though? I'm imagining like a burgundy,
I'm
burgundy
picturing,
velour.
like, shocking, like wine red. Yeah, like that kind of like
Yeah.
blush kind of.
Lovely. We've got the same image in our heads there. The pendant feels warm against your skin and also gives off a faint green glow. Would you like to take it off, leave the room and walk back down the corridor, or leave the pendant on?
Let's keep wearing it.
Anti-Chap says, yeah, hides the blood well. That sort of wine red velour really hides the blood.
So are we getting more like mafia levels almost?
Sorry, are you going to leave it on?
Yeah.
Page
let's wear
62.
It.
Leave it on. Page 62. The pendant you're wearing is a lucky charm. Add 1 luck point, so your luck goes back up to 11. It also has another magical property. It will glow brightly if someone you're talking to is lying.
Okay.
You feel pleased with your new treasure and you try to leave the room.
Okay, I'm gonna straight up leave this place and go back to the guy in the town.
Is this really poison?
Ask him a few questions.
365 to do that. There we go. You try to leave the room, and as soon as the door shuts behind you, oh, the Daddy Reynolds, welcome in. You've been subscribed for 12 months. How the heck has that happened? Welcome in, and thank you so much for being a subscriber for a whole year. Thank you so much. As soon as the door shuts behind you, you hear the sound of metal grating against stone. Suddenly, the floor opens up beneath your feet, and the corridor section you're standing in collapses.
Okay.
You slide feet first down a dark chute and are unable to stop yourself from falling to the bottom. Test your luck. You've got a luck of 11.
3.
3. Nice. Okay, luck goes back down to 10. But you are lucky. Page 105. I hope you're well, Daddy Reynolds. What have you been up to? Give me an update. You're scratched, bruised and battered, and you land with the thump at the bottom of a dark pit. There's no time to recover as a giant spider scurries out of a dark recess on its long hairy legs, intent on feasting on your corpse. You're trapped, and you must fight the giant spider.
I'm not a corpse yet.
Skill of 7, stamina of 8.
As long as it doesn't paralyze me after 4 bites.
It doesn't.
I'm hopeful over this.
I got a 17.
Okay, I got a 19.
Oh, nice. You hit it. It's on a stamina of 6. From me.
And that wasn't good.
I got 14. You got a 14, so that hits you.
Game.
I need to use my fingers to math.
So I already am, but
8,
you can't
9,
see because
10,
I
11, I got a 13.
I got a 18.
Okay, you hit it. It's on 4 health. This horrible spider is on 4 health.
Could it be the one?
17 from me.
15.
It hits you. I got 2 hydrates there. There we go.
I don't see my character like swinging the sword around like a warrior. He's just kind of like poking madly.
I got a 16.
Oh no, I lost the dice. Oh, it rolled back from under my foot. It's okay.
What did I just say? I got 16.
17.
Oh, okay. Nice. It's on 2 stamina. If Cabbage actually makes it out now on this bonus life, I'm going to be shocked.
8 plus 8 is
16.
maths.
You got 16. I got 16.
Yeah.
Nothing happens. Hi, hello, mister. I did drink twice. I drank a cup of tea and I drank my juice. I did drink twice there.
17.
7, 8, 9, 10. I got a 12. You finish it off. It's dead.
I'm going to draw a picture of a dead spider.
I am thirsty though,
Victory.
so I will drink more. If you win, turn to page 21.
Where am I? Okay, we're here.
You crawl into the dark recess, which leads to the giant spider's lair. Your face brushes against a thick, sticky web. which you claw at blindly with your hands. As your eyes adjust to the darkness, you see some items among the debris. There is the glass ball. There's quite a lot, so I will say them out loud, and then you can decide what you want to take. There's a glass ball, a broken dagger, an iron key with the number 34 stamped on it, a short stick sharpened at both ends, and a leather pouch with an exotic yellow flower inside it. Would you like to take any of those items? A glass ball, a broken dagger, an iron key with the number 34 stamped on it, a stick sharpened at both ends, and a yellow pouch with a yellow flower. A leather pouch with a yellow flower inside it.
I'm going to take the key.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the leather pouch.
It's got the yellow flower inside it.
And let's take the glass ball as well.
And the glass ball as well. The exotic yellow flower is dry and withered, but it gives off a wonderful aroma, and you feel immediately energized and strong.
Lovely.
You can add 1 skill point and 1 stamina point.
Ooh, lovely. But the glass ball is harmful. Remove 1 skill point and 1 stamina point.
You take the items that you want, and you manage to climb slowly out of the pit and carry on up the corridor to page 98. You continue along the dimly lit corridor until you come to another doorway in the left-hand wall. The door is unlocked. Do you want to open the door or carry on without further delay?
We'll open the door. We're carrying a lot of daggers, so I feel like we're fairly safe.
You're going to open the door, page 167. Daddy Reynolds says, I did miss your message. I did read it as you were going. You're working and the kids went back to school. That's good. Otherwise, you're playing some music and video games. Or you're occasionally gaming. What games are you playing right now? I'm playing a lot of games. I actually finished Kingdom 2 Crowns today. I haven't completed a game in a long time. Okay, 167. The door opens into a marble-floored room, in the middle of which stands an ornate stone table. 2 shining breastplates lie on top of the table, one made of bronze and one made of iron. Do you want to take the bronze breastplate, the iron breastplate, or neither of those? You can leave the room without either of them and continue up the corridor.
It's like a double. We're going to take the bronze.
You're going to take the bronze?
Yeah.
Page 3. The breastplate fits perfectly, but it is not what it appears. It was made by an evil sorcerer who cursed the metal from which it was made, and even though you think the breastplate will defend you, the curse has actually weakened you. Lose 1 skill, 1 luck, and 3 stamina points.
Okay. we can do that.
bad.
That's okay. He just
skill,
wasn't.
1 luck and 3 stamina points. So what is your stamina on now, right now?
My stamina's on 16.
That is not too bad. Oh, thank you. Hi, hello, mister. I'm glad that you're enjoying the stream. Thank you. Turn to page 151.
It was made by an evil wizard. Fortunately, he wasn't a very good evil wizard.
It's only slightly harmful. Back in the corridor, you arrive at another doorway in the left-hand wall. You press your ear against the wooden door, and you hear the sound of a woman's voice crying for help.
Is she the one?
Could she be the one? Do you want to enter the room and help her, or ignore her cries and walk on? I mean, the thing is, are you looking for a love match with someone who constantly needs help?
She needs a bit. I was going to say she seems a bit needy. Like, I've not even met her yet, and she's already like, "Ooh, help." Can I not see what she needs help with? Like, if I open the door and she's stuck on a crossword, like it's a bit of a overreaction.
Well, help me. Case
God,
says,
come on.
I'm now wondering about
a 4-letter word for.
Case says, I'm now wondering about door-to-door dagger sales. You know, like Avon calling, but but for menaces.
Maybe.
Daggers
we
calling.
need the dragon's eye.
You do.
Is the problem.
No, is this
Let's
lady...
ignore her. We've got stuff to do. No, we've got things to do. We have things to do. We've got stuff to get done.
Do your own crossword.
I can't be checking in on every single woman that I bump into down these corridors.
You walk hastily up the corridor and you see an iron gate in the right-hand wall. Through the bars, you see a room which is painted entirely green. Even the tables and chairs are painted green. The room is filled with hundreds of tall plants, which give off an unpleasant smell. Do you want to open the gate and enter the room? Or would you rather keep on walking up the corridor?
Let's just keep walking.
142.
We've got a poison gardens where I live, so I know the warning signs when I see it.
Ahead in the laserator. That is so funny. Laserator, please tell me who you are, because I saw my nephew last week and it's his birthday today and he's going to Laser Quest for the first time for his birthday, and we agreed that his name for Laser Quest was going to be the Laserator. So if this is my nephew, happy birthday today, and I really hope that you enjoy Laser Quest for the first time, because I love Laser Quest. But yes, please tell hello mister, to stop chat. Yeah, you're well to tell him that.
We went a Laser Quest for a staff Christmas party, and it was literally like the best Christmas party that I've ever been to.
Bloody love Laser Quest.
It was amazing.
But yes, thank you so much for having my back in chat there. That's great. Right, ahead in the stone corridor, you see a stone archway. But yeah, if you do keep spamming chat, I will just ban you. I just have a no tolerance policy with that. So first and final warning. Ahead in the corridor, you see a stone archway. Its centre stone is carved into the shape of a skull. There is a second archway, another 20 metres beyond the first, and there are two alcoves in between. Standing motionless in the alcoves are two tall skeletons armed with swords, helmets and shields. With your sword drawn, you step slowly under the first archway, and as you do so, the skeletons' heads crane towards you. Do you want to try to run past them, or stand and fight?
They don't seem to be causing that much trouble. Like, they would have attacked me by now if they wanted to. Let's just run, let's not run past. Just, act nonchalant and just, skip past. You know what I mean?
Skip past?
Not draw any more attention. I don't need to draw any more attention to myself than I already am. With all this bling that I'm wearing.
403. Okay. Just skip past them nonchalantly.
Gents, gentlemen, I tip my hat as I go past, gents.
And as you run past them, they both take a swipe at you with their swords. Test your luck, which is now 9, so you need to be a 9 or below.
6.
You are lucky. Your luck goes down to 8. Thanks for the follow, Laserator. How are you doing today? Is this my nephew? If it is my nephew, hi.
If it isn't, what a weird coincidence.
My nephew didn't think I was cool. I am cool. I am. He also said he was scared of me, which is fair enough.
No, you should be scared of him.
But yeah, happy birthday if it is. And if it's not, then yeah, that is a massive coincidence. You are lucky, page 246. 246.
I'm running out of space on my map now. Okay.
You are too quick for the skeletons. Their swords slice through the air but fail to hit you. Without looking behind you, you run through the second alcove and on down the corridor. Page 134. But yeah, that is a coincidence. If it's not my nephew, then that is a coincidence. 134.
We really need to take a left at some point soon so I can keep the map on one page.
In the left-hand wall of the corridor, you see a door which has been painted red. You can hear laughter coming from the other side. It sounds like a man chuckling to himself. If you wish to open the door, you can, or you can walk on.
Let's see what's so funny.
Let's see what's so funny.
Find out what's so funny. I didn't want to, but
374.
What's so damn funny.
374. Much to your surprise, the door opens into a small room that is completely empty. As you step inside, the door closes behind you and the laughter stops. And from nowhere, an old man's deep voice calmly says, "Welcome, friend. Do you want to stay in the room, or would you rather try to leave the room quickly and press on?"
Is he the one?
Is he the one?
Let's find out.
Let's find
I'm
out.
gonna stay.
153.
Okay.
The deep voice continues slowly, saying, I'm so grateful that you've decided to stay, my friend. I'm
sounds like the one.
very lonely and very
So
much
am I.
in need
So am I.
of some conversation.
So am I.
We
What
have
a turn of events.
much in common, my friend. Now I am a wizard trapped in another dimension. Don't ask me how I got here. It's a long
There's always
story.
a catch.
And not a particularly nice story. Anyway, what brings you to this evil place? Do you want to tell the wizard about your quest for the golden dragon, or make a polite excuse to leave the room?
He's the one. Let's tell him. Let's tell him about it.
You're the one! And
A wizard trapped in time and space. Surely you'll be able to help.
page 109. Cilla would be buying a new hat by now.
I'm just looking for somebody to love. Me too.
That's very interesting, says the
is very
wizard after
handy.
hearing your tale. I admire your spirit and I'm going to help you. Here's a little gift for you. There's a sudden flash of light, and a wooden box appears in the center of the room. Inside the box, you find a gold key with the number 325 stamped on the barrel. You place it in your pocket and you leave the room to page 65.
But come back.
You walk along the corridor and soon arrive at a T-junction. On the stone floor, you see some chalk arrows leading up the corridor to your right. It's the key to his hotel room.
Wow.
Oh my god, okay, wait a second. I think I've got a little something for that. Yeah.
I just quite like the thought of opposite this giant cave that I'm digging through to find this. There's just a big hotel complex like a Hilton. Meet me over there. Meet me at the Hilton.
As Dana isn't
Where
here, Anti-Chap is going to tell you to follow the arrows. Okay, so there's some there's some chalk arrows leading up the corridor to your right. You can follow the arrows, or you can turn left. I know you were looking for a left turn, so...
It's fine, I'm on a new bit of paper now. We'll go right.
Following the arrows to your right. Page 387. You follow the arrows around a left-hand bend in the corridor until you reach another junction. The arrows lead down the corridor to your right. Looking to your left, you see that the corridor ends at a cavern with a sunken floor that is full of sand. Several objects stick out of the sand, but it's hard to tell what they are. There is a shovel lying on the sand in the centre of the pit, though. Would you like to grab the shovel and dig out the objects from the sand, or continue to follow the arrows?
Gonna just follow the arrows. We don't have time to play time team.
248. No one has done that. No one has dug the stuff out of the sand. So
Because there's gonna be a big worm like from Tremors in there, and we're not gonna have Kevin Bacon to save us.
that's what you missed.
I don't even want to know what that is.
Well, you guessed what it was, so I gave you the sound effect anyway, because no one's done it, so...
Sand in these books is always trouble. Always. Sand's never been good.
So if Nervous Cabbage wins, he wins a very special edition of the book. So he wins a limited edition signed copy of the book that I will send him. So yes, Laserator. If he wins, he does get the book, indeed. And it's a very special one. You follow the chalk arrows until the corridor comes to a dead end where you see a chalk circle on the floor. Hanging through a hole in the ceiling above the circle is a thick rope. Do you want to pull on the rope or walk back down the corridor?
I'm gonna pull on the rope because I got a hint at what's back down the corridor in the sand. Pull the rope. Pull the rope.
Pull the rope, page 350.
What's the worst that could happen?
And this is episode 10 of a 12 episode season, and so far no one has won at all, so we'll see. But I want to keep that bulk for myself, so I'm hoping no one wins. When you pull the rope, you hear the sound of a bell ringing. It's not very loud, but it's loud enough to alert everybody above of your presence. You look up at the hole in the ceiling and you think you could probably squeeze through it if you were to climb up the rope. Do you want to climb up the rope and squeeze through? Or would you rather walk back down the corridor?
Let's climb the rope.
Climb the rope, page 8. You climb slowly up the rope and peek through the hole in the ceiling. You find yourself looking inside a cluttered room that's filled with all sorts of objects. Chests, armour, weapons, statues, vases, idols, sacks and boxes. It looks like a storeroom full of stolen loot. You can't resist the urge to pull yourself up through the hole and rummage through the loot. You're almost through the tight-fitting hole when suddenly 3 short humanoids, just a metre tall but with large heads and mean-looking faces, jump out from behind the boxes armed with clubs. They shout at each other in high-pitched twittering voices, and one of them rushes forward to whack you on the shoulder with its club before you can free your hands to defend yourself. Lose 2 stamina.
It's okay.
You're being attacked by thieving nibliks. They look like this.
They look like like the Beastie Boys.
Yeah, they do a bit. Thieving nibliks who they love nothing better than to trap unwary travellers, beat them to a pulp and rob them. Do you want to drop down to the corridor below and retrace your steps, or stand and fight the nibliks?
I'm gonna fight them. Do I have time for lunch?
Yeah, you can just about eat a provision. Sure, you're like, let me just
Quick.
I've got
like a Dairy lunch.
A little lunchable.
It's quick. It's quick.
Just
Okay,
a nibble.
I'm gonna eat lunch and then we're gonna fight.
2, 3, 1 to fight the nibliks.
You can't be that strong, surely. They work off of hiding behind boxes.
As you climb up into their lair, another of the nibliks lands its club on the back of your head. Are you wearing a helmet?
No.
Lose 3 stamina.
Okay.
You're bruised and battered, and you draw your sword ready to fight the nibliks one at a time. They haven't got very much skill or stamina, so the first one has a skill of 4 and a stamina of 3. The second one has a skill of 5 and a stamina of 2. And the third one has a skill of 3 and a stamina of 4. So, let's get into battle, shall we? They're going to fight you one at a time.
Because they're gentlemen.
Because they're gentlemen, yeah. They're like, go, after you. After you.
18.
9,
I don't wait for no man.
12. You hit that one.
I shouldn't have started a fight. And then that is a 14.
I got a 9. So that one's dead. And the other one's like, go ahead. Go on, you go ahead.
The dice go.
Oh, he's dropped his dice. Well, I got a 16.
I got a 16.
Oh, and nothing happens.
Again.
10.
16 again.
That one's insta-killed.
Okay. And this must be the boss.
3. He's the less skilled though, least skilled.
Least skilled.
3, 4, 5. I've got an 11.
I've got 14.
He's on 2 health.
And then I got math. 15.
I got a 10. He is dead. If you win, turn to page 295. The Niblik's lair is a veritable treasure trove. You find some bread and apples in the sacks, which you eat very quickly, adding 2 stamina points.
But,
Next.
So their food's not as good as my food, though.
No, it's kind of a bit rotten. It's just like a really small apple, like the smallest apple. And just a crumb of bread. It ain't no Lunchable, that's for sure.
You eat it anyway.
You eat it anyway.
Out of spite.
And then you examine the armour and the weapons, and you help yourself to a fine bronze shield, which adds 1 skill point.
Okay.
Most of the swords are no better than your own, but a black sword with a large red ruby set in the handle catches your eye. Of the chests, one of the chests contains a rolled up scroll, and one of the vases contains a copper key with the number 192 stamped on it. The only other thing of interest is an oil painting of a dragon. Do you want to pick up the black sword, read the scroll, or examine the painting?
We'll examine the painting.
Page 184 to examine the painting. The painting is of a red dragon asleep in a cavern lair surrounded by thousands of gold pieces and items of treasure. You can hardly believe your eyes when one of the dragon's eyes flicks open and its tail swishes from side to side. Instinctively, you drop the painting on the floor and you draw your sword as the dragon takes on a 3-dimensional shape and expands out of the painting. Smoke shoots out of its nostrils and its wings flap as if preparing for flight. Even though it's only a metre in length, the dragon's fiery breath and sharp talons cause a lot of damage. Has a skill of 6 and a stamina of 6.
I was getting quite worried till I found out it was a metre in length.
It's only a metre.
Yeah, just tiny.
It's only
so
a
fighting
metre.
Fighting a dragon.
12.
16.
Okay. Uh, 15.
14.
Ooh. I hit you then. I got a 15.
Okay.
The dragon gets you. 9. 15 again.
I'm not being taken down by a metre-long dragon. But I might be. 15.
Christ almighty. Bloody hell. What did I get? 12. I got a 15.
I got a 15 in the last one.
Oh, nothing happens then. Crikey, Nora, that was a loud dragon. 12, 14 this time.
And I got a 14.
Oh, nothing happens.
We're just like
Butting
blows are
heads.
clashing with a sword, yeah.
13.
15.
Ooh, okay, it's on 2 health.
Okay. I need your eye dragon because
9.
apparently that's what I'm looking for. 17.
Yeah, I got a 9.
Swoosh.
Absolute rubbish. Turn to 391 if you win. Okay. The dragon drops to the floor with a dull thump. It begins to lose its 3-dimensional shape and is soon nothing more than a red stain on the floor. You can now either pick up the black sword, read the scroll, or climb back down the rope and walk back down the corridor.
Let's read the scroll.
Read the scroll, page 86.
What's going to jump out of this?
The scroll is ancient and brittle. You unroll it slowly as you fear it might crumble into small pieces. Reading is fundamental. The once white paper is now dark amber with age, and the ink writing has faded badly. In large ancient script, you read the words "hole in the wall." Underneath this, you read the secret of a magic spell that will allow you to make a hole in a wall by saying the words "Azang Bazang Zang."
Okay.
You whisper the words to yourself to remember them, and as you do so, the scroll crumbles into dust and is gone forever. But you remember the spell, and one day it might save your life. But for now, you can pick up the black sword, or climb back down the rope and walk back down the corridor.
Let's pick up the sword.
3, 4, 5. I can't remember what happens with this, but I don't think it's good.
No, I don't think this is going to be good.
Ooh. The sword was made hundreds of years ago for an evil necromancer by the name of Razak. It's a cursed sword and can only be used by evil wizards who have the power to control it. But as soon as you touch the handle of the sword, it starts to move of its own accord. Even though you're holding it tightly, the blade starts to move towards your throat. Beads of sweat roll down your forehead as you strain to keep the tip of the sword from piercing your flesh. Are you wearing a gold bracelet?
Am I?
No.
No.
You decided not to take the gold bracelet this
Ah,
time.
God damn it!
You were in a previous life wearing the gold bracelet, but you do not have this item. You need to turn to page 93.
I don't want to. Come on, let's get it over with.
There's nothing you can do. The blade pierces your throat. You sink to your knees slowly, and blood pours from the deep wound. Your adventure ends here.
He couldn't even take a small sword to the throat.
It's a flesh wound.
The flesh wound, exactly. Well, I knew taking the sword would be a bad idea, but I did it anyway. But then taking the bracelet was a bad idea, so why would having the bracelet be a good idea now?
The bracelet literally fused itself to your skin.
Did you not bring the bracelet?
Oh, did you not bring that horrible bracelet that fuses itself to your
Because
wrist?
it gave me like minus stamina and minus skill, so yeah, I'm not going to take that a second time.
No. This is ruthless. Yeah, Becca Clock, this is ruthless. But, you know what? That means that the prize still is mine. Still is mine for another week. It still gets to stay nestled on my shelf.
I feel like I was making such good progress that
You
time
were
as well.
making good progress.
Too good progress.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
who's to say that I'm not an evil wizard?
Well, clearly you're not, because...
I'm a hunchback who came from a dungeon.
Oh man. Well, you got you got to one of the most important landmarks. You did indeed. You found something very important that not many other people have found.
Okay.
So guys, there's only 2 episodes left of this season, and both of the people that I've got on are brand new adventurers, never been on before on any of the seasons, completely new. So maybe they'll have some beginner's luck, but hopefully not.
I'm hoping luck will come through for them.
Nah, I hope not.
I'm worried they're gonna be not scared enough of places. Like, oh, the door. Let's open the door. It's like, oh, that's a bad idea.
They're gonna be
But
naive
then-
and gullible.
That'd be fun.
Vicky is just
Yes.
eyeing that precious. Yeah, it's like it's down here, nestled on my shelf. It's right there. I can see it.
Listen,
Gonna
some more
stick.
maps to add to my crazy collection.
I'm gonna take us back to the Blue Pig Tavern because why not? Let's head on over there. Right, so unfortunately your adventure is over, but thank you so much for taking the time today to do that.
It was fun. It was a lot of
Yeah.
fun. This one's a bit more double crossy.
I love
I've
it.
found. Like, you pick up the bracelet and you're like, oh, I'm not going to pick up the bracelet again. And then you need it again, which sometimes they were a bit...
You only need it
wouldn't-
if you're stupid enough to pick up a black sword.
Yeah, but who wouldn't? Who wouldn't pick that up? Who
I
wouldn't
mean,
want to?
it does sound very cool. A black sword with a red ruby in
It would have pulled my whole ensemble off together, but it did. But it also ended everything, so...
Oh,
leave it.
well. You
Just
never
leave it,
did
bring
get
it.
to find your velour tracksuit,
I-
but you did
But
find you did find love in a weird way.
Did I? Oh,
And it
that guy
really
who
was
just...
blind date because you never got to see it.
The guy who just disappeared, who just gave me something, and then that was
Yeah.
just... He gave me, like... I don't know. I didn't
He
even
gave
know
you
what
a
he did.
key. He gave you the key.
The key, and then
To his
disappeared.
hotel
Oh, well.
room.
Well, that's where I'm gonna end up. I think
Yeah.
I've died, but I just magically appear, like, in his honeymoon suite.
Oh.
Like, he saved me. He just, like, whisked me away.
Aw, that's
Just
lovely.
the black sword was his sword all along.
Sure. I mean, it's a narrative, isn't it? But
It was great.
finished with plenty of time to get your bum to work anyway. So
Yeah, and it was great. It was great fun as always. Just
But I
foolish
can't
mistake.
believe it. Like, people think that generally is not a good book, and Ian was like, it's not considered one of my best books, but I love it. Like, it's such good fun.
I quite like the follow-on style of like the same town set, if you know what I mean. Like all of this is going on in the same like.
Universe.
There's just a load of lunatics with too much money opening like different death traps and dungeons
you
just
can't
everywhere.
open one in the Forest of Doom, and you can't open one in Fang. It's got to be like in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, in the middle of it, because that's how you draw people in. Like that's how you don't bring suspicion to yourself.
And the Woodcutter's
really
Hut is like one of those glamorous wooden cabins that people go to on holiday. It's really unsuspecting.
I think because there's a really good map I saw of like crossing over of lots of the different books, and it's like the Woodcutter's like cottage is actually referenced to a lot of different ones.
Probably,
in the map. So it's like a center point of the map, but it just depends on which other avenue you go off.
Yeah.
So it would be interesting to see a full like world map drawn out of like all these different places in one thing.
Yeah, but this is cool. Like this one also references Big Leg, who we met last season in the Forest of Doom. So we meet someone else who's a relative of Big Leg in this
Just
one.
asking if he got the hammer.
Yeah.
Still harping on about that hammer in this
Still
one.
harping on about it. But yeah, it's great. I love that they're all slightly linked. But yeah, I haven't decided what to do for next season yet. But I was thinking the Warlock of Firetop Mountain.
That would be good. That would be a good one.
That's one of my all-time favourites. But it's very dungeoning. It's very similar to this one. But
yeah,
I do love a dungeon.
See, they're fun though.
They're classic. They're just classic, aren't they? Okie dokie.
I'm gonna get away. I'm gonna go.
That's fine. Just remind everyone who you are, where they can find you. I'll give you a shout out here as well.
Nervous Cabbage. I'm a dead adventurer now. You can sometimes find me streaming some stuff, but I'm mainly at work. Or you can find me on Twitter posting pictures of food from work. Which is probably the main place you can find me. So
absolutely,
yeah, that's me.
Cool. And Nervous Cabbage has been on every single one of my seasons, so season 1, 2, and 3. And I hope you'll come back for some more.
I will win one of them.
You will win.
Not this. It's just not been this one yet.
Oh, my top 3 fighting fantasy books. Definitely Death Trap Dungeon. Love Death Trap Dungeon. Warlock of Firetop Mountain. And I think Eye of the Dragon so far. Yeah. But Merklin, I've actually only been into fighting fantasy for maybe 5 or 6 years. So I have a lot of books. I have a lot of the books. But I haven't managed to get through all of them. Like, I've started them and not finished them, or I've died. I actually really like Creature of Havoc as well. Maybe we'll do that for the Halloween one, perhaps. I do like House of Hell as well. We did House of Hell for Halloween last year, and that was good fun. I've never made it out of there either. I don't have the complete collection, no, unfortunately not, but I'm working on it. I'm still young. I've got plenty of time to amass that. But we're going to say goodbye to Nervous Cabbage for now. Thank you, Nervous Cabbage. And
I'll see you all next time.
I'll see you soon. And I'll give you a booby prize. I will still send you that crappy copy.
The book that you've kicked around for a while.
Well, I know, it's still been on the shelf, but it arrived in a not great condition.
It's just instead of a autographed signature, it's just got "Don't eat the mushrooms" written inside of it.
Like, it's really not that. Like, it's not that bad of a condition. It just wasn't good enough for a winner. So it's good enough for a loser.
It's good enough for a number 1 loser. I don't mind them because I find like mine end up heavily played anyway, because I still go through them like quite often. They're an excellent if the power goes off tool as well. You can just lose yourself in them for like a couple of hours and you don't even notice the time's gone.
Yeah, absolutely. You can definitely play them for a couple of hours and not notice the time going. Ooh, Scorpion Swarm. So your top 3 are House of Hell, Death Trap Dungeon, and Scorpion Swarm. I've not played Scorpion Swarm. In fact, I've never even heard of it. What are your top 3, Nervous Cabbage? Because you do play fighting fantasy. You're one of the only guests I have on who actually do play fighting fantasy. What are yours?
I like my top 3 are House of Hell, Death Trap Dungeon, and Forest of Doom.
I do like Forest of Doom.
They are my favourites. Yeah. I love the lore of Forest of Doom.
Yeah,
like Gillibrand and the hammer and Big Leg. I like the whole like naming of it. It's very like dwarven in its nature.
Yeah. I did enjoy Forest of Doom. I think it just wasn't, having done that for season 2, I was like, it's just not challenging enough.
Yeah.
Like the fact that pretty much everyone made it to Stonebridge at the end, I was like, come on.
I find Forest of Doom's more like a lengthy one of getting all the items than it is. There's not that many traps to like
people didn't die. No one died last season. How dare
But then
they?
I think you were a bit too lenient in the first couple of seasons.
I definitely have been too lenient.
Yeah.
We're picking up the items. Now I'm like, no more items.
Nope.
No more going above your skill level. Not a chance.
You've got to stick to the rules.
I definitely bent the rules. I think it's because a lot of people were new to fighting fantasy, so I was like, I'm not going to get too bogged down in that. Like, to me, it makes sense that if you pick up a magical sword, you'll get some more skill. Like,
now you become like a harsh dungeon master.
Clamping down on the rules. No more going above your skill level. No chance.
No more love. No, it's been absolute pleasure as normal. It's been so much fun.
Yeah, I love having you on.
I look forward to see the next new adventures and seeing how they fare.
Absolutely. And I will see you next season, I guess.
Yes. I'll see you later.
Season. See you. Bye, Cabbage. Bye. Aw, lovely. I love having Nervous Cabbage on. You've been into Fighting Fantasy since 1984. I was not even born then. Not even born in 1984. But yes, if you love Fighting Fantasy, I don't know how many of you are here already from the Fighting Fantasy group over on Facebook, but if you are from there, then you'll know that next week as a special episode, we're going to be part of International Game Book Day. So I'm a little bit nervous about that because it means we may get more people coming by, but hopefully they'll all be lovely Fighting Fantasy fans. And I'm really hoping they don't think I've bastardized the show. I hope that they enjoy this. I hope that they enjoy my modifications. You all do great. Thank you, Becca Clark. Thank you so much. You used to play it when you can't go above the max skill level rather than your starting one. You love my hair. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's the thing. So technically, you're not allowed to go above any of your initial stats. But the first 2 seasons, I was quite lenient with that. And now we're clamping down. But yes, another adventurer fails miserably. And I'm very glad about that because we do have a very special prize. It is a special limited edition signed copy of Eye of the Dragon that got sent to me from Ian Livingstone himself. So it's a very special prize and I really want to keep it. We've only got 2 more guests to go through. So we've got 2 more weeks left of the show, 2 more brand new guests to go through, and hopefully none of them will win because I want that book. I want that book. And I'm not sure what to do after that. We're going to take a break after the season finishes, just so that I can get the clips reel sorted and get a new book ready. But yeah, I can't believe we've almost completed 3 seasons of this already. This has been so cool. And thank you as always for hanging out with me and coming and supporting the show. And thank you to all my guests who take the time to come and do it. So yeah, just a final shout out. Thank you to Ian for providing the prize and also for writing this awesome book. You have to have a fear score of 9 or above to win. Really? Oh gosh, I've always lost. I've always lost House of Hell. We did House of Hell. If you like House of Hell, pop over to my YouTube. I've got like loads of more videos on there. We did a seasonal special. We did a Halloween special last year of House of Hell where my boyfriend was the adventurer and yeah, we always die. When we play that, we always die. But I also do have a Christmas special where we did Jonathan Green's "'Twas the Krampus Night Before Christmas, and that was still by far one of my favourite ever streams I've ever done. But maybe go and watch that at Christmas. But yeah, if you have enjoyed what you saw today, head on over to the YouTube. If you've got nothing better to do or you just want to listen to something or watch something, go and check out my other ones. And if you liked Nervous Cabbage, go and watch his episodes from Forest of Doom and from Death Trap Dungeon as well, because I think you'll really enjoy those. So yes, head on over. So thank you to Ian Livingston for creating the book and also providing the prize, and thank you to Sirenscape. You'll see them just below here. We've got a little credit for Sirenscape there. If you've enjoyed the music and the ambient sounds and the sound effects today, they've been curated by me using Sirenscape. So if you enjoyed them and you want to add some RPG music to your games, go and grab yourself a free trial at sirenscape.com, and I work for them. So if you have any questions or need any help getting started or anything like that, just drop me a DM. I'm always happy to help. So yes, that's it for today. Let's see, is there anyone on that we could raid? I usually don't raid, but we are probably going to raid today. I think, let's see, back to Twitch. So yes, join me next week, same time, 1 PM BST. We are going to be part of International Game Book Day, so I would love it if you would come and quell my nerves and support me as I do that, because it's kind of cool that we're doing that. And I'm very hungry now, so I'm kind of glad that we finished early. And I can go and grab some food. Who do we want to raid today? Oh, we could go and raid our wonderful friend Corpsey. Sadly, you won't be there, but you'll hope to catch the VOD. Thank you, Auntie Chap. Thank you so much for always being here and being so supportive and wonderful. So thank you for that. Merklin, you've never completed House of Hell either. No, it's really hard. I think we're actually gonna go over and I think we're actually gonna go over and support our friend Corpsey. Corpsey doesn't stream very often, but we're gonna go and raid. Corpse. But I really hope that you all have a wonderful weekend. And as always, thank you for joining me. So we're going to go and raid Corpse. They are playing The Binding of Isaac, which I actually have not played or seen. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what that is all about. Bye, my lovelies. Thank you. And Laserator, if you are my nephew, go and have a great time. Have a fantastic birthday. If you're not my nephew, then that's fine. Thank you for stopping by and checking it out. Let's get our raid commands ready. You will. Okay. Fab. I'm just going to take that as you are my nephew. So yes, have a great birthday. Have a great time. And it was really lovely to see you last week. And don't forget, yeah, we can be friends. We can be friends. Yeah, don't forget that I'm the cool auntie, okay? I'm the cool one, but you've got every right to be scared of me because I am pretty scary. Bye, Becca, my darling. Bye, my lovelies. Let's get a sub raid ready as well. Cool. My lovelies, go and have a great weekend. Let's head on over to Corpsey. And I'll see you guys next week. Same time, same place, when we're going to be part of International Game Book Day. I don't know if I'm cooler or scary. I'm the coolest auntie ever. I know. But also the scariest. I love being a bit of a scary one. But we're going to head over to Corpsey, so thank you so much for being here today. And I'll catch you guys next week.